Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a great week. I got to have a really long bushwalk on Saturday and a really lazy day yesterday, which is exactly what I needed to recharge after a busy week last week. So today I am talking about testing for diarrhea and what should you do. If you missed last week's live on what foods, you can check that out on the video section. Just scroll back and have a read through. So I'm Anne Sinclair and I'm the Digestive Detective. This week I'm talking about what tests are appropriate if you have acute bout of diarrhea and what you should get tested for if you have more chronic signs of diarrhea. So for acute diarrhea, you should probably whip to the doctors for a especially if your diarrhea has lasted 1 or 2 days. I would get them to order a PCR stool test to rule out parasites and any nasties like Giardia or Cryptosporidium. And they're reasonably common in, cities, country towns, all over the place. It's one we can get for free for the price of you going to the doctors, and it checks out 10 different parasites and pathogenic bacteria. So right now during COVID, a lot of the PCR has been put on hold as they use the same reactant. So they might just do a microscopy test where they just try and culture the bacteria. So that's worth doing though. A test for celiacs should be ruled out as well. Diarrhea is one of the most common symptoms of celiac disease, and it's often overlooked as, it's just diarrhea. And so there's a lot of people walking around with undiagnosed celiac disease. So that's one of the tests I would say to you to, ask for, because it is often missed by a doctor. So for long-term cases of diarrhea, I would suggest SIBO testing, so small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, as generally having a higher hydrogen bacteria in your small intestines can cause you to have long-term diarrhea. So if you go to sibotest.com and look at the look at all the info they've got, it's terrific. There's a terrific amount of info there. But if you're going to do an order, I would suggest that you order the lactulose, the glucose and the fructose test, just to rule out fructose malabsorption as well, because a lot of people can have something happen to their bowel and have a reaction that causes them to have fructose intolerance as well. So it's best to find that out so you can know exactly what you're treating. So that would be the things that I would do first. I also get, for people who have had long-term diarrhea, to do a test for microba. It's a stool test that gives you a really fantastic look at the bacteria that you have in your gut to see if you have an imbalance in your large intestines. That way we know how to pinpoint the exact bacteria that you're missing, and then we can balance them out with food and supplementation. It is $349, so it is a really big investment, but if you've had diarrhea for a number of years, it's probably, and you haven't had any luck, it's probably a really good investment. So DM me if you'd like any more information on this test. The last thing that I recommend, and I do this last because it's not a super, food intolerance testing to me is not super accurate. It's sort of just about what's happening in your gut. So that's something to consider. Also, the IgE testing is around real food allergy. So these are the ones that I would recommend as a last check. If we've done all the others and there's nothing else come up and you've tried some stuff and nothing's really improved, I would absolutely suggest then you do the food intolerance and allergy testing. So last week I received a lot of feedback around the foods that people eat and what works for them, which was really terrific. So keep those things coming. If you have diarrhea symptoms and would like more help with that, book in for a free 15-minute consultation through the link below on this video, which I've forgotten to put in, so I'll go back and do that. And in Instagram, it's in the bio, and in LinkedIn, I will put it in the comments. So I will give you an action plan with what to do next so you can get back to living your life rather than be stuck at home with diarrhea. Have a fantastic day, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for Transformation Tuesday. And this week, I'm going to be talking about fatigue and gut health, which so many people have. They're so tired and so fatigued, even on Monday. So if that sounds like you, join me tomorrow at 9:30 and I'll talk to you then. Bye for now. Have a great day.